We're live. And welcome back to the Daily Dish. I'm Candace Cooper. It's your hostess with the mostest. And you're probably like, do you even have any makeup on today? And honestly, not a lot. Not a lot. I had to go to... This is what we're going to talk about today. Skin health. It's so important. We are about to get into summer in Arizona. We're on the face of the sun already. It is 110 degrees on the regular here, so it is hot. And I've been thinking about it, and I was like, I've not had a skin check since I was married 14 years ago. That's a long time. If you're wondering what I'm drinking, agua. A little bit of ice. I've had the same reusable straws probably for like 8 years, if not longer. But today was all about skin health, or how shall I say this? The last few months have been a hard focus on my health. I want to say all of the people who made fun of me when I was in my early 20s for staying out of the sun, for always wearing sunscreen, for always wearing a hat, for always keeping covered. Well, my physician's assistant at the dermatologist was like, you look great. Meaning, the skin looks great. I had 2 moles removed from my back. They're going to biopsy them. They said that most likely they're just benign, but they were big. And I have another one on, I should get that one removed too. I got to call them and have that one removed as well. But and it's crazy because my mom has the same moles on her back. And I was like, oh, why don't you get those removed? Now I have the one on my neck, and I've had it forever and ever and ever. He said to me, and the physician's assistant said to me today, don't call me later and say that you missed them and you want them back. And I was like, no. That's why I didn't get the one on my neck removed, because I feel like the one on my neck is kind of like part of my identity. So, and I have this like line in my fingernail, and he said that that's not cancerous, but yes, I got checked head to toe at the derm today. Cancer-free, skin cancer-free. So excited. Oh, thank you so much. Hi, guys. If you haven't gotten to go to your local dermatologist recently, go for it. You should go annually if you can. Not everybody has health care, but I will say that if you are able to get onto your local states, if you're like low income or anything like that, they do have healthcare brokers, which is who I worked with to get my plan set up this year. And it was so helpful. It was so easy. And I was able to go to the doctor like an actual normal person. So it was great. What else is going on today? I saw a really delicious arugula salad that I'm going to be making tonight when I get home from my studio. Arugula, cantaloupe, prosciutto. I'm going to put pumpkin seeds on there. I got a little bit of brie cheese because I can't really eat a lot of cheese, but I'm going to give brie a go. I love it. It's an old-time favorite. Haven't had it in a long time. So I am super excited to have that delicious salad. If you're familiar with the Italian culture, there's a lot of prosciutto wrapped melon and cantaloupe, and there's something so delicious about prosciutto and the melon, the saltiness and the sweetness, and it's just a summertime favorite. Can't wait. So excited. I'm so excited. I will say, hi, let's just give a shout out to all the haters here. Well, one, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Wolf, he howls, yuck. How yum. I'm so excited. So that's really it. Oh my God, someone said I'm AI. Am I like that perfect? But yeah, I don't know. And I feel like I had to return something today. And you know how like you return something and then you're like, well, I already spent the $50. I may as well get something else in its place. I did not. I did not. And like I said, we're on this journey of entrepreneurship together. You guys are going to be here for my triumphs and for my failures. Triumphs this week, getting to the dermatologist, their doctor's appointments, returning things and not buying anything in its place because you don't need it. I bought the dog gate. The dog gate didn't work out. Every time I left Iggy in the kitchen with the dog gate, I came home and he was laying not in the kitchen. Oh, thank you. Love from Italy. People crazy. What am I scamming? What am I doing? How is telling people to go to the dermatologist to make sure they don't have skin cancer scamming? So crazy. But yeah, I just feel like we're all turning a corner, and it's supposed to be some crazy astrology this week, you know, Mars and all of that stuff. So that's probably another reason why I'm kind of like laying low, and I have plans this weekend, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah, it's just like a lay low, get your shit together kind of vibe the last few months. That's all I really care about. My frames. So this one is this picture I actually got when I worked in Park Slope in Brooklyn. There used to be the like market at the, oh my God, it was like the Brooklyn Park Slope Market, right? So that's where I got that one. This picture, I actually got, it's a postcard, and I got it probably when I was like 21 or 22. And I just framed it, but I've had it for 19 years, a really long time. I've had that since I was like 28, 29, probably like 29, so 11 years. This I got from Etsy, and then this one was just like a pretty piece of stationery that I framed in like an old frame that I was going to give to the Goodwill, but I saved it, and I was like, you know what, let me just like put this in there. Well, I don't want to like pick up the whole thing, but we could do a little picture for it at another time. And yeah. So everything is just a work in progress, you guys. I'm a work in progress. The health is a work in progress. And I also want to say, if you're worried about getting mold removed or anything like that at the dermatologist, they gave me lidocaine, and it was the least painful thing I have like ever experienced. I had a mole on my hip biopsied once, and that was also completely painless. So if you are, you know, wondering, does it hurt to get these things removed? It doesn't. They give you lidocaine, and then they scrape it off, and they send it off to get biopsied, and it heals. He said to keep it moist with a Band-Aid on it. So I'll do the best I can. It's on my back. I'll do the best that I can, keeping it, you know, with a Band-Aid on it and everything like that. I did realize, dumb, because I want to go in the pool, and now I can't. Right? I like want to stay out of the pool because germs. Ew. I don't want that in my open wound. And that's all that's going on, you guys. That's all that's going on. I didn't hit the weights today because I made a schedule for my weightlifting, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I'm going to do all those 3 days, no matter what time. It could be early in the morning, could be after work. But I'm going to go to my gym because they raised our amenity fees at our apartments to an astronomical amount. And I don't like to go into our gyms because whatever they have like scent sprayed in the air, it makes like my nose burn. It makes me have to sneeze. But if I'm paying for it, I'm going to that gym 3 days a week and I'm lifting weights in the gym. And then the other days of the week, I will either be doing a video at home or I will be doing a walk, which I walk every single day anyway. I went for a long walk yesterday. And that's really it. Like, there really isn't any sort of secret to success except for delayed gratification. We talked about yesterday how I haven't had a drink in like 6 months because I feel like, what do I have to celebrate? Nothing. I'm not like, I haven't bought a house. I have owned a home. I owned a condo and a house, but I don't own them now. And I just don't feel like now is the time to celebrate. I have a bunch of milestones in my head that once I hit those, I will be happy to have a little tequila and sit out on a patio somewhere and relax. But right now, I just don't feel like I'm in that phase of my life. And if there are any other people on here who are in their 30s, in their 40s, I'm sure in their 50s, you know, at some point you have to step back and say, let's delay the gratification. I have a vision for my life. I'm about 5 years away from that vision becoming my reality. And between now and then, all I'm going to be doing is focusing on my health, my fitness, my home, my business, and my finances. And that's it. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about dating. I don't care about being popular. I don't care about being at the pool parties. I don't care about any of that stuff. All I care about is the future of my life. And the foundation is being built now. I didn't have the luxury of coming out of high school, going to college, and being peaceful. I had to claw my way out of high school, claw my way through school, claw my way, and never had the opportunity to just kick back and say, okay, that stuff is taken care of. Let me just relax for a little bit. No. I was frantic. I was clawing. I was stressed. I was clamped. I was like totally not where I wanted to be. Now I'm on the path and we're on our way. But there's an up, there's a down, there's an around, there's a around the corner. Well, do it, man. Trade that crypto, buy that beach house. I love it. I sold all of my crypto 2 years ago. When I say I sold all of it, it was like $300 worth of crypto. But I had bills to pay and everything was like tanking and crazy. So I haven't really gotten back into the crypto trading space. Eventually, you know, but right now we have other things that we're worrying about. Let's see what's going on in the pop culture news. I listened to Juicy Scoop today, and I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I feel like, so Brandy and Julie were on, and Brandy Howard and Julie Goldman. I had never listened to their podcast. It used to be Dumb Gay Politics. Now it's just the Dumb Gay Podcast. And I was like, I'm really interested in hearing what they have to say, because I know that they're very left leaning, and Heather's very right leaning. We know this. And I was like, wow, they must really, this must be so humbling to them, listening to their podcast, and how they like hate right wing and they hate libertarians, and you know, they're just so Hollywood liberal. And I'm like, it really must eat them alive to know that they have to kiss Heather McDonald's ass to basically stay relevant. I don't really know them to do too many other guest spots on other podcasts or shows or anything like that since The People's Couch, which was a long time ago. And I'm like, oh my God, they just must be fit to be tied, having to be best friends with Heather. And like, no offense, Heather, but Jeff Lewis is just the cooler of the two. He just is. He's just the cooler. He's generous. He's fucking hilarious. He's self-deprecating. He is just so funny. And Heather, I think Heather probably had to be scrappy her whole life, and she also was definitely on the outskirts. Like, she was a sorority girl, but you know that she was like the funny one and not on the in crowd. But after listening to Dumb Gay Podcast and then listening to the girls on Juicy Scoop today, I'm just thinking like, I give it 2 years before the Brandy, Julie, Heather McDonald friendship explodes. That's all I give it. 2 years. So we'll see. In Summer House news, we have Kyle apparently cheating on Amanda again. And, you know, look, here's the thing. Amanda knew what she was signing up for when she married Kyle. It's not like rocket science who he is. He's a bro. He's doing bro shit. He was like rubbing that girl's arm, you know, in that grainy video in Charleston. What is he doing in Charleston? I thought he was fighting with Craig over the spritzers. So who knows? But I feel like Amanda knew what she was signing up for when she married Kyle. And I also feel like when you are at that point in your life, like, she probably doesn't care if he cheats. She wants to live the life of a wealthy businessman. She wants to have multiple homes. She wants to not have to live in the city full time. She is probably like, kiss and caress whoever the fuck you want. Just get me the fuck out of Manhattan and into a house in New Jersey and all will be well. And they'll probably stay married forever and ever and ever because that's just them. I don't see them getting divorced. I really don't see them getting divorced. What else is going on in the world? Just so much stuff is going on in the world. I don't want to talk about any of the heavy stuff. I want to talk about all of the light and fluffy stuff. And I do want to say, Vanderpump Rules, Lala, she was on an Amazon Live the other day, and somebody had asked her on the live, are you holding a grudge? Do you think the girls are holding a grudge? And she said, well, I'm not. Maybe I am. I don't know. And then her little sidekick Jess chirped in. I think that Lala secretly hates Jess. Because when Jess started talking, Lala's nostrils started to flare. And there used to be a show called Lie to Me, and it was all about this detective who caught people from their micro expressions. I watched that whole 2-3 seasons of Lie to Me. My ex-husband, he was my husband, he came home. I asked him the question. His face twitched in a certain way, and I knew he was fucking lying. And I called my mom and my stepdad like the next day, and I was like, you got to get me the fuck out of here. It's over. This is a wrap. So I just, whenever I see, I'm not autistic. I'm not on the spectrum that I know of. I'm not neurodivergent that I know of, but I can notice little tiny facial tics, expressions. Like I can even feel them when I make them. But they're there, and watch out for them because people are always telling the truth. Always, 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 always telling the truth from their micro expressions. But what do you think? Do you think Kyle and Amanda are going to stay together? Do you think Lala likes Jess, her sidekick? I just want to rant for 5 seconds about podcasters. Stassi Schroeder. Who gave Stassi Schroeder a podcast? I love her, but she's like the way she talks is so irritating to listen to, and the way Lala talks is also so irritating to listen to. I will not. Also, Tori Spelling's podcast, I cannot listen. These people, they need training. They're reality people. I don't care about Tori being on 90210. She's a horrible actor. She was a horrible actor on 90210. I grew up watching it. I watched the very first episode. She's a horrible actor. She would have never gotten that job if her father wasn't Aaron Spelling. And she's a fucking horrible podcaster, okay? I cannot stand listening to Tori Spelling. I cannot stand listening to Stassi Schroeder. And I want to like these women. I want to listen to their stories, just not told by them. That's all I got to say. All right, y'all. I got to hydrate before the rest of my day. Thanks for being here. Don't forget, go to your dermatologist, get your annual skin checkup. It's great. If you're scared about getting your moles removed, don't be afraid. It was completely 1000% painless. I felt nothing. The biopsies are coming back. I'm sure they're going to be fine. And what are we focusing on? Our fitness, our finances, what else? Our homes, all things that matter. Okay? So I have a super busy week. I'm going to try to get on here as much as possible. Leave your comments down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I love you all. And I'll see you on the next Daily Dish. Bye, guys.